Hey, good morning, everybody. It's good to see everybody here again. It's been a while since I've been here, too long. And again, I promise I'm going to do better. Uh, I actually doing this as a homework assignment for a class I'm taking through StreamYard, and it's been very interesting. And I wanted to do this. I'm going to bring up a couple of guests right now. I want to introduce you to the Rose, Virginia Roots.
Hello, all.
Here's my friend Ghetto and my friend Zach. Zach, you rascal. This is not going to be one of my normal broadcasts. There won't be any politics, no ranting. Uh, I will be much less profane. And what we're going to do is talk a little bit about gardening. Like I said, I'm doing this as a homework assignment for the StreamYard class. This is a really great class if any of you would be interested in looking in on it. It's called the StreamYard Challenge. And I would assume if you use StreamYard, you got a notification about it. But we're finished the second day. Suni, hello. So good to see you. Wow, this is an honor. But yeah, anyway, this is going to be short. And I just wanted to bring these good folks up. We've all been experimenting with gardens this year. I'm an old gardener, but I'm always doing new things. Um, does anybody? We just want to talk a little bit about what we're doing and how things are going. Any little tricks we've learned or anything like that. So, anybody want to start? Or are you going to stick me with starting?
Well, I mean, I came in with a trick up my sleeve, and it's something that I learned last year, which is composting. We have seen there's chemical fertilizers available. You can purchase a lot of over the counter, so to speak, products. But what I like to do is get a bowl or a large container, and I put in banana peels, eggshells, coffee grounds, peelings from carrots and onions and whatever. I fill up that bowl or container, and then I bury it outside, layered with cardboard, other dirt, organic matter, and you'll end up making your own beautiful compost. It's called black gold. It has to sit there for about a year or 6 months to a year, and you kind of turn it and um, it cooks is what they call it. But that's one of the secrets I've learned is to make your own mixture to plant your fruits and veggies in, whatever it is you like to grow. You can make a nutrient dense mixture without spending a lot of money. You literally use your kitchen scraps and it's free.
Have you looked into these drums that Miracle Grow sells?
Yes, I've seen some videos on them. I have seen some demos. I don't have one, but yeah, you take exactly the ingredients I just described, and it'll tumble it occasionally if we're
Yeah,
thinking of the same thing.
just go out and
Yep,
twist it every couple of days and keep.
correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
great
and
stuff.
those are great for. They have great reviews anyway, But
What are you growing this spring? Hey, Moonchild, great to see you.
so this year, I'm having the most success with my potatoes, and I have a little herb bucket with. I had a very large planter outdoors that I put in dill, cilantro, parsley. Um, there's one other thing, but it's not really coming up, so I can't think of it. Because
Can't
those
remember what
culinary
they're.
herbs are so easy to grow, and you can save a lot of money doing small things in your windowsill, in pots, raised beds, gardens. For herbs, potatoes, just you can eat the tops of carrots. Carrot fronds are edible. um, so I guess my overall message is no waste. You don't have to have any waste. You can compost your food waste. You can eat more than you think. And for the most part, I experiment in my area with what I can do. And so far this year, potatoes are winning.
Awesome. Great. Doc Mac, good to see you, sir. Hans suggests that you tell us the difference between cold and hot compost.
Well, the hot, I believe that has to do with the nitrogen content, and also, in a sense, the amount of doo-doo, because as it's putting off the gases, and I don't know if I'm answering exactly what Hans is asking, but when the compost is putting off all the gases and the natural processes are occurring to get the good biotics balanced, it's still hot. It will, in a sense, burn your plants because some of that chemical balance has not been achieved. Usually it's with the nitrogen. The cold compost at that point, Hans, I'm not a professional, so all I can say is at that point is once it has cured for the 6 months to a year, rabbit versus chicken. So you can put rabbit crap on your plants in your garden right away. That is cold compost. It does not have to cure for 6 months to a year. It's ready to go. Chicken doo-doo and other forms of scat, they have to cure. They have to process for a while. But rabbit, you can literally hold a rabbit over your plants and let them crap on your tomatoes.
Let him go. That's great. That's great. Zach, you want to tell us about your project? Zach is my friend from Colorado. Zach has some special talents, and we'll be using a machine that speaks for him. Zach, you want me to share this picture, don't you? What do I do? Open that up and then click share?
Add it to the stream. Just add them to the like it was a new guest.
Hey, all right, great. Zach planted potatoes in buckets.
And then move the comment, Tom.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Rookie.
Yeah. That's why I've taken the class, right? So Zach, when you say those are about 3 weeks up, did you say? Right on. So what he did was he bought these buckets. I think they're 10-gallon buckets, Zach. Is that right?
Yeah.
And some good, was it actual Miracle Grow dirt? We're not advertising. I don't have a sponsor here, but you can't go wrong with Miracle Grow.
Yep, those are 10-gallon cloth bags. I was working with Zach to do a project that he would be able to garden easily, and I advocate for potatoes all day. You can do them in bags, buckets, 5-gallon buckets. You can do them in Sterilite tubs. You just need dirt, and literally potatoes from Walmart will work perfectly fine.
Any potato that has an eye, and that's the little dimple. And I know you all like to plant whole potatoes. The way I was raised, we cut our potatoes up. And as long as a piece had, I believe the rule was 3 eyes in it, it doesn't take a very big piece of potato to make a plant.
Right.
But they look really healthy, Zach. They look great.
100%. And at some point, Zach, you'll want to add some more dirt. That picture was taken a few days ago, but you can mound them, add some more dirt, and they will flourish. It takes approximately 100 days for a batch of potatoes. Oh, I see Ghetto shining the light on his garden.
Okay.
I'm over here wanting attention, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's look at Ghetto's garden.
We see that.
Getting munched on by skeeters. But if you put me on big screen, Tom, I don't know if you remember how. You might need to take a class to figure that out. Sorry. I think the light will work. But anyways, yeah, we got green beans going. Well, my wife does. I do all the heavy lifting, but she's the green thumb. I'm pretty okay. Well, it's about as good as I can get. Sorry, guys. I'll show you over here though. And those are green beans, and then I'm gonna have some trellises built. And I'm gonna build some trellises. Sorry for the over here. Sorry, I'm not trying to put my camera in the window. And then we got a whole table right here of bell peppers, cucumbers, snap peas, a little bit of everything. My son's right in the window, so I'm not gonna. Tomatoes, cucumbers. Well, would you like to join us, dear? Tom's got me feeling like I'm in the principal's office.
No, but that's a really good example of how you can start a ton of seeds in those solo cups. It's really cheap. You spend $3-4 on a pack of them, get some seeds going, and transplant them to the garden when the weather permits for your growing zone.
Yeah. And we did ours with Augustin's Farm seeds. The dehydrated stuff, they're nice and vacuum sealed up in a tin can, number 10 can, and they got a 4-year shelf life, and that's without. I mean, you can put seeds in refrigerators and freezers, and I think I think you told me, but I know some people that's use seeds from the back in the 60s, 70s, and they still grew something. So it all depends. I think it depends on the actual seed on what stays good for so long. I'm not 100% sure on that one.
Right.
But is my sound okay, Tom?
Your sound is okay. We lost Tom.
Hold on. I know. I just wanted to see how long he was going to go. He's in the middle of class and he done muted himself.
Yeah, well, there goes my A+, right?
That's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, man, he's failing this class.
What can go wrong will go wrong. That's what they said yesterday.
Murphy's Law.
My point was that I read years ago that seeds were found when they broke into the pyramids. They found seeds that were still viable.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, under the right conditions, I guess, seeds will last forever.
Right.
Doc, Mac has a pretty garden too.
Oh, yeah, he does.
I just needed a new hobby because I don't have friends here.
And the nicer you are to those plants, they show you their gratitude, man. Seriously. They can feel your care for them. They really can. Well, I don't really have a food garden this year. What I've been stressing out is plants that I've brought back from South Carolina. I'll have to clarify why.
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you, but before you start, dang, I forgot my camera was on. Virginia, was I okay with the camera being on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It didn't get my kid, did it?
No.
Nope.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. No, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Tom, but I can send the pictures that you showed me of your magnolias and stuff. I can send them to Zach or Virginia, and they can share the screen with you if you want to show them.
Yeah, man, give me a little show and tell work here. Awesome.
Virginia, if I send them Zach. Okay, Zach, I'm going to email you here in a second, bud. All right. Sorry.
Yeah. So anyway, the backstory with what I'm doing. My dad grew up down in South Carolina, and I have been for the last few years going down to his home place. My cousin owns my grandfather's house, and they have all these old plants that I've realized my dad grew up playing under. So my cousin Hugh has been good enough to root some of these plants for me and send them home with me. Excuse me. And it gives me something to stress and fret over, and I enjoy that. So the work here is incredible. My house is on a riverbed, an old riverbed, so you can dig down approximately 3 inches, and then you're into pure rock.
Right.
And all those rocks have to be moved. I had a mentor. John's been gone a couple of years now. He passed away, but this guy was just fantastic. If you had a question about anything that grows, ask John. And the one thing he told me early on when I started planting fruit trees and things, you can't put a $30 tree in a 50-cent hole. Excuse me, my throat's dry. What he meant by that, the hole has to be dug much larger than the root ball.
Mm-hmm.
The hole has to be dug deep. And since I'm just taking rocks out of this hole, I will mix what dirt that came out of it 50-50 with, again, Miracle Grow potting soil, and dig the hole much deeper than it needs to be, and then fill it back in with this mixture. What I did with the pots, they were cheap nursery pots. You all know what they're like. So I cut the bottom out of it first. I had it up on a table, and I put my knife, slide it in the hole, and just run around the bottom of the pot, loosen that bottom. Then I would hold my hands under it, set the entire assembly down in the hole at the right depth, and then I'd take my knife and I'd cut down the side of this pot, reach under there and slide that bottom out, spread the pot open and slide it up, pack dirt in around, and those roots never knew anything had happened. So I have high hopes that all this is going to work out for me. Did you
I
have
do very similar in pulling out the if you use a little netted starter, sometimes the little peat things, they have a netting all around them, and you pull it all apart. Or with those bags, you can actually mound in those if you plant them in a little bit low, like Zach did. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Those roots have got to go somewhere and reach to as many nutrients as possible. And
Exactly.
Miracle Grow is really reliable. It is.
It is. It's good stuff. A lot of people don't like it. I
Right.
use organic fertilizers as well, but for the initial transfer, I thought the Miracle Grow was a good idea.
Right.
So
and hello to everyone in chat. I see Stuart, Hans, Doc, Silver Girl, Unscrupulous, my love.
So happy to see everybody. I appreciate y'all coming. I probably should explain again to the latecomers what I'm doing here. I'm not having an open panel tonight, and I'm not discussing the things I normally discuss. I'm doing this live tonight as a homework project for a StreamYard class I'm taking. And the assignment was do a live broadcast and post a link so that the folks at StreamYard could watch it and critique it and tell me how horrible it is. So I will be back to my old self here soon, and we'll do some all night lives and have an open panel.
Well, it'll tell you how handsome you are.
Oh yeah, right. Zach posted a picture. This is the front of my house with the two hydrangea plants. I also brought back a magnolia tree. The magnolia is stressing me out. I'm not sure it's going to survive a West Virginia climate coming from South Carolina, but I'm sure going to try.
Right.
because it's just important to me because I don't have good sense. So here we are.
Mm.
Zach, I appreciate this. Now, the one on the left.
Yeah, I cut your address. I cut your
For-
address off. Sorry, Tom.
Oh, well, I don't care. Um,
All right.
Wow, that's full screen. You notice the one on the left's already blooming. I brought that one back in November, and it survived the winter. So there were big, tall hedge plants on either side of the steps. They were as tall as that seatboard. And I pulled them out and set the hydrangeas in. I guess that's really. Do you happen to have a picture of the magnolia tree, Zach? Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow, thank
Zach, are you able to magnify it, Zach, on your end, or because I think whoever's screen you're sharing can actually magnify it. There you go.
Okay,
so you
great.
could have done that with the other one too. Okay, there we go.
All right.
Thank you, Zach.
So I have that pillowcase over the top of it. You see, I have it caged. It's deer proof, it's chicken proof, and it's rabbit proof. So I thought I would shield it from the brutal afternoon time sun. So it's set up so that it gets morning
sunproof
light.
too.
Pretty much, it gets morning sun, it gets evening sun, but that 4-hour period between, say, 11 and 3, when it's really brutal, that pillowcase. And the pillowcase kind of lets some light through anyway, but it's just a mild, cloudy afternoon for it. So, yeah.
There you go. Zoom that one real quick. There you go, Zach. Oh, Zach knows what he's doing.
He does. What would we do without Zach? So, yeah, you can see the one on the left. Now, there's a special fertilizer that I'm feeding it. It's got aluminum in it. Those plants like acid, and those flowers will eventually turn blue. Not maybe those pink flowers, but the plant will eventually start growing blue flowers.
Hydrangeas are very sensitive to pH, so their colors will change depending on the pH level of the soil.
Exactly, which is why I'm feeding them the acid. So there we go.
Beautiful, Tom.
Nice.
All right, awesome. So
that's an amazing thing too. I mean, just the history of them. You know that it was your dad that used to play on them when he was younger, or your granddad?
That's what
the
makes
parent
it precious to me.
plants.
No, they were. My granddad was the adult, and just the knowledge that my dad played under those plants' parents 100 years ago, man.
It's an heirloom.
Yeah,
they are true heirlooms, and it's a big responsibility to keep them alive.
Right.
But yeah, anyway, we've been going almost 25 minutes, and I think that's probably all those folks can bear to watching me. I really appreciate you guys coming up on the panel and helping me out with this. And everybody in chat, I do so appreciate you coming, and I hope I haven't wasted your time, but I will make it up to you. We will party here one night real soon. So with that, God bless everybody. I gotta say, resist, and we'll see y'all real soon.
Freedom.
Good night.
Good night.